Hazak u'baruch. B'ezrat Hashem, Mincha is going to be 7:05. Please be on time. The learning is the Ilui Nishmat Kanom Mones Bat Bakhshi, sponsored by Benjamin Banshad and his family. Any further sponsorships, please contact Rabbi Babayev. The halacha we were discussing, if a person orders an Amazon package before Shabbat, let's say 2 days before Shabbat, and it tells them, oh well, it's going to arrive on Shabbat, we said there's no problem with that, because first of all, he didn't tell them to bring it on Shabbat. They could have brought it a day before, they could bring it a day after. They happened to be informing him that this is the best and most convenient time for them to bring it, but since he didn't command them to do it, then that would be permitted. The only question would be if he ordered overnight shipping and it's Friday. So then he's really telling them to bring it on Shabbat, and then we said that he should not do. Unless it is extremely urgent, then there's a basis to be lenient. But what about if a package happens to come on Shabbat? You didn't order it in a prohibited fashion, it happens to come on Shabbat, as many packages do. Is he allowed to open a package that came on Shabbat or not? So there's a few factors to take into the equation. At the end of the day, we'll just try to keep it as simple as possible. Halacha is generally not. You're not allowed to open a package, even if it's something that's, I guess, quasi-necessary for Shabbat. Let's say he doesn't have any tissues, and a package comes, and it's tissues, I need this for Shabbat, or plastic forks, he needs it for Shabbat. Still, it's not allowed to open, because you could do without plastic forks, and you could do without the tissues. You'll survive. Nothing's going to happen. And since the halacha it's a big dispute, it's a huge debate, if you're allowed to open the package on Shabbat, so therefore don't get into a machloket, and many poskim hold it's not allowed. At the end of the day, Rav Yitzchak Yosef writes, something that's absolutely necessary on Shabbat, maybe it's a child's medication that you had to order and it was last minute and he really needs it because it's an infection and it could be, it could progress into something worse, and he really do need it on Shabbat and there's no other alternative, it's really that important. So then Rav Yitzchak Yosef writes, if you could find a goy to open the package for you, that's the best. And if you can't find the goy, then open it in a destructive fashion, meaning rip the box in a way that the box won't be able to be reused. And in that case, where it's extremely urgent, there's a basis to be lenient. But in all other cases, meaning the normal circumstance, when you get a package and you can wait until Motzei Shabbat, even if it's something that you'll use on Shabbat or something that you want to use, sometimes there's like books or sometimes shoes, they say, well, I'll wear it on Shabbat. All those things, you do not open those packages on Shabbat. And certainly if there's something muktzeh inside, sometimes a person got something expensive like an electronic device or something like that from Amazon, certainly that would be asur to even handle. So the only way to really bring it in is to kick it in, or to use your feet, or to use some other shinui to bring in that box and then just leave it in the corner so that nobody touches it. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.